So you want to become a successful streamer. What I think is possibly one of the most important questions a streamer can ask themselves is also one of the questions that are given the least real thought by many creators who want to take streaming seriously. Why do you want to stream? That's the question. Why do you want to stream? When you've been streaming for a while already, or you're just about to start streaming, you've decided that you want to take things seriously and try and make this a career. So to do that, you need a reason. Why? What's your main motivation for streaming? This is important to understand because it's going to be one of the main drivers in regards to what you do, how it drives your content, and driving you towards success, and potentially the reason you succeed or why you possibly don't. There are so many people jumping into streaming lately thinking it's just a fast track to fame, fortune, or both. They see streamers like Ninja, Shroud, XQC, and many of the other successful names simply playing games and raking in a lot of cash and think, hey, I could do that. I could play games in front of people and rake in all sorts of money. Well, if fame and money are your drivers for starting streaming or trying to take it seriously, I'll give you the biggest tip anyone will give you on starting. Don't bother. Streaming is not a fast track to fame or fortune. It takes hard work, long hours, a huge amount of dedication, investment, and it hinges on your ability to build a community. Streamers rely on the generosity of their viewers, and a streamer with a selfish motivation like fame or fortune for themselves is going to be very obvious to viewers, and a streamer is not going to build themselves a reliable community with that kind of mentality behind it. Now, this may sound harsh and like I'm trying to put people off streaming, but it's really the opposite of what I'm trying to do. If anyone is thinking of streaming, I want them to do it. If it doesn't work out for them in the long run, that's okay. At least you tried, and you're not going to be left wondering if it's potentially a career that you could have done. Streaming isn't necessarily for everyone. So, think about why you want to stream. Do you have a creative skill that you want to show to other people? Are you an exceptionally good gamer and you want to prove that to an audience? Do you have a product or a brand or something that you want to try and sell or market to a community? Maybe you have bigger goals elsewhere. Maybe you're a musician and you're wanting to use streaming as a way to advertise your music skills or your songs or something, and with the outset of maybe being signed by a label later on. Or is there something completely different that you think you can bring to the streaming industry? All of these examples and many more are perfectly viable reasons to start streaming. And these will hopefully keep you motivated, keep your drive up, help you develop your channel, your content, and your community, and keep you invested in the platform that you decide to stream on. There are going to be hard times where you're unmotivated, you can't think of new content, or your numbers might be low. There's going to be all sorts of reasons that are going to try and stop you from streaming. And it's this real reason that you want to stream that will keep you driving forwards and keep you motivated to give it a try and to push past those bumps in the road. Knowing why you stream should be something you think about on a regular basis. When eventually you hit a slump, and you will because everyone does, it might be a great moment to step back, maybe even take a break, and remind yourself why you took up streaming. Now, don't be afraid that this motivation or the reason may change along the way as well. It's not uncommon for a streamer to start for one reason, and then as they develop, find that their motivation shifts and changes based on how they find their content works or their community is forming. It's okay to change. So don't overthink it and think you have to have a solid reason from the first stage before you even start streaming. That's okay. Think about it. Maybe even start streaming to get the flow of it and see what it is that really drives you to keep on going. Having a particular motivation that drives you and is the basis as to where you take your content and how you develop your stream and your channel is the difference between someone who streams casually without a direction and is ultimately steering a rudderless boat, and someone who will develop and take things seriously and will receive the success that they ultimately want. So if you're looking at taking streaming seriously, or if you already are, have a think about what your reason for streaming really is. Take a step back, think about it, take a few days, whatever time you need, and I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I'll give you the example of why I stream. I grew up in the age of consoles like the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo, and I would gather around with my friends at my friend's place or at my place, playing in the garage or a spare room or in the lounge or something. There'd be 10 of us gathered around the console, and we'd be taking our turns, passing the controller back and forth, and just hanging out. And those are some of the best times in my life, and it's something we don't really do nowadays, even as friends. That's kind of a very nostalgic feeling for me, and it's something that I want to bring to my streams. So my streams are very casual gaming, but it's more about the community, it's more about chatting, it's engaging with people, and it's that kind of friendly, casual gaming environment that I'm trying to, bring back from my childhood and get other people to enjoy, that we just don't really do. And especially during, COVID and stuff, we're not connecting with people, and I'm trying to just create that very comfortable hangout, regardless of what games we're playing or what we're doing. And that's my reason for streaming. So if you like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and hopefully you enjoy the next videos that are coming out. And until next time, go create.
You were here! You were here, Bosex!